Hello all you beautiful people out there in YouTube land. My name is Pete, this is Andertons TV. I hope you're all well, considering what's going on out there in the world at the moment with the lockdowns and so on and so forth. Now, today's my turn in the studio. I'm all by my lonesome. And I thought I was going to show you something that Andertons has started to stock recently, and that is BBE pedals. You can see a selection here of the pedals in the overhead cam up above. Basically, I'm going to go through all these in a minute, one at a time. Then maybe I'll put them all together and see if I can get some different sounds out of it. You got a compressor, you got a silicon fuzz, you got a distortion, you got a booster, you got a two-timer, which is delay, and then of course you got the sonic stomp, the sonic maximizer. That is the thing which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. So, Barker's Veri Electronic, Les Barker's and John Veri met back in the 60s. John Veri was a violinist and they developed tiny pinhead microphones for violins, flutes, guitars, and then they started to do piezo pickups for guitars and all sorts of stuff. So that's how the whole thing started way back in the day. Then back in the 70s, Bob Crooks, they helped Bob Crooks develop hardware that could make everything sound better, basically. And basically they came up with the sonic maximizer, which actually Andertons is also stocking the rack units of. So the sonic maximizer, probably millions sold. So if you go into any studio with rack gear, you will see them, and it's literally just the thing that makes everything sound better. I'm not an engineer, so I can't really explain what happens, but basically it's just one of those things that everybody would have. Steve Vai, Aerosmith used them, Elton John, everybody has probably used a sonic maximizer at some point in the career. And also, actually, they work with TV manufacturers such as Sony, Panasonic, Hitachi, all of those stuff. They've got their BBE hardware sort of built into it, the sound enhancing technology that they're doing, both recording and live and in car stereos, just everywhere. So they created this whole thing, and back in '85, BBE Sound Inc. was set up, and here we are today with guitar pedals. And we are now selling them at Andertons. Okay, so anyway, without further ado, I think we just need to go through some tones here, instead of me blabbering on about stuff that is not really relevant, because you want to hear what these pedals do. So, I've got a G&L guitar here. I thought it would be fitting because as the companies are owned by the same people, I thought it was going to play a G&L. I know, by the way, that they also did guitar amps at some point, but I've never tried one, I've never seen one, but they did. So they've had their hands in all sorts of stuff. But mainly the sonic maximizer is the one that really sort of everybody just knows about. I'm in the Victory V140D, and here is my clean tone. I mean, that doesn't sound bad at all if you ask me. Now, you might see me look around up there, down here, over there. It's because it's just me in the room today, so there's nobody else to keep an eye on things. So it's just me. Now let's start with the Veri compressor here, the 380 compressor. Now this is not a copy of anything else, and it's completely analog. So let's just see what it sounds like. Ooh, squishy! Everything at 12, of course. Let's match the volume. Wow, that's very squishy. Turn everything down a bit. That's really nice for like a bit of funk. See the threshold. Oof. Woo! Wow, that's a nice compressor. I guess it could do a bit of... Woo, fingers a bit tired today. I mean, there's nothing else to say than that it's just a great compressor. It sounds great, you know, even if you turn it down just for that little bit of squish. Lots of headroom in there. It's not headroom because it's, but lots of volume in there. That's really nice. Anyway, I think it's time to move on because otherwise I'll just sit all day and play with this. So that's the Veri Comp 3080 compressor, and I think it's about 129 quid. So it's actually not expensive for a analog compressor. It's really cool. Anyway, let's move on to let's go some Windowpane silicon fuzz. All right then, so I've now got the silicon fuzz Windowpane plugged in, and just to let you know also, this is the supercharger, the power supply. You can see that up there, it's just on the edge of the camera. This basically is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outputs for 9 volts. And on the back here, you can swap them up, so you get 6 12 volts, and 5 and 6 will be 16 volts. Don't know about 16 volts, but you know, 16 volts. But there you go. So that's what that can do as well, and the link for that is below as well. So this is basically supposed to be like a Jimi Hendrix type fuzz pedal, and to be honest, I have not even turned it on yet. That's my clean tone. I know this is not really a Strat, but it's still, you know, single coily pickups on it. So this basically has got 2 sequentially silicon diodes in here, and I'm not sure what that it means, but it's supposed to give that kind of Hendrixy fuzz type sound. So let's see what it sounds like. It's 99 quid. The links are below, so that's not too bad if you're looking for a cool fuzz pedal. But let's have a listen to see what it sounds like. That's really, really good. So let's see what happens when I sort of turn down the volume and the tone control. Cleans up really well. try to dial down the tone. This is a funny, I love that when you turn down the tone control, so basically the guitar is this. But when you put the fuzz on, and if you turn it, here's with the tone all the way up. Tone all the way down. And how much fuzz has it got? Man, that is good. I really like that pedal. Windowpane, silicon fuzz. Ah, goodness me. Okay, well, anyway, links are below. And if I'd said something wrong about what it is inside, I'm really sorry. I'm not great at all that stuff. But anyway, I think it sounds good, and that is the main thing. You can see I'm getting a little bit excited, and I love that when I get excited about pedals and stuff, because that sounds really good. Let's move on to the Blacksmith Distortion. So this is the Blacksmith Distortion, and according to the website here, in the words of Paul Gagnon, I hope I pronounced Gagnon, his last name, correct. It's supposed to take any amp beyond 11 to 15 or 20, in the words of Paul's, coming out of Paul's own mouth, delivering deadly doses of high gain onslaught. It's a super hot distortion pedal that stretches from sludgy stoner sounds to aggressive heavy metal tones, 80s heavy metal tones. Well, let's see if we can do that, and let's see if this guitar can create some heavy metal tones. Otherwise, we've got a Les Paul over there that might be able to help a little bit. But here we go. Here's the clean sound from the back pickup. That's all right. Here we go. Everything at 12. Try the bass first. Let's go to the mid. Let's take the gain down. Let's try the Les Paul. Okay, so let's try the Les Paul and let's set everything back at 12 o'clock, apart from the volume, because that probably needed a little bit of a boost. So that's kind of a overdrive kind of thing. Let's try and turn up the gain. Well, that's fun. I think it sounds good. I think it sounds good, you know, and not necessarily a pedal that I personally would use all the time, because I'm a little bit more sort of, you know, but it's fun. And if you need that kind of distortion, then, you know, why not get a Blacksmith? Okay, let's move on. And, you know, let's try to see what the boost does. I mean, it's a boost. Let's see what it does. Okay, so the Boosta Grande plus 20 dB boost. As you can see, I have just sneakily edited, so I have got the ASAT again, and this is my clean tone. This is a transparent boost, according to the website, so here we go. Let's turn up the gain. You can hear it just enhances the sound, you know, something that you would never take off once you put it on. Probably a bit like this one. You can hear how it gains up the front end of the amp. That's really nice, I like it. Slight little drive on it. And all the way up. Off. There you go. Off. On. And on the back pickup, off, all the way up and on. That sounds great. I think that absolutely sounds great for 89 quid, I think it is, around about that. Just have a look at the links below. So that's a nice little boost pedal there for you. Let's move on to the two-timer delay. Okay, so the two-timer. Now, it's a good name for a pedal, two-timer, because, you know, two-timer can mean many things. But basically what it's got is a time 1 and time 2. So you can switch between, let's say you'll have a short delay for one thing and then a longer delay for a solo or whatever. You got an on-off, you got a time, a volume for time 1, or a time for time 2, repeat mix. So if here's my clean tone again. So if I turn it on, so it's an analog bucket brigade circuit in here, so it gives you those warm tones, you know, like an echoplex, so that kind of vibe. So you got your repeats here, and you got your mix. So you can get. I'm on 1 now. You can see I'll switch between 1 and 2. So let's go. So that's the time, right? Worry. So that's really cool. So you got your repeats. So you can hear that's a very, very short delay. And then if I go to the time 2, I could have a long delay. So I could have that, so, you know. And you know what? It's a really nice sounding delay. It's that sort of rounded, nice and... Yeah, it's just warm. And then go back to my first delay, which is That's gonna go really well with the compressor, I'm telling you that. And then if I go back to 2. So that's really nice. So if you only have up to 330 milliseconds, so that's not, you know, it's not a long one, but that's long, it's good enough. Listen, this is. Start playing an E all the time, and if one can be like really short. I love it. I love it. I can sit and do this all day long. Anyway, now we must press on to the Sonic Stomp, which is the new small shape MS92. So these all got numbers, so you'll see on the, this is the VP69. I think this is the BD69P. I like they're using the 69 in there. So they all got little names on the top there. But now this is the one which is basically the icon of, you know, just rack outboard gear. The Sonic Maximizer, and this is now a Stompbox. This is for your guitar. You know, you can use it as a DJ. People put them in there in the stereo setups at home. You know, in record player. And as soon as you do that, it just does the magic to the sound. That magic that we all looking for. So anyway, let's jump to the Sonic Stomp. Right. So 99 quid for the Sonic Stomp mini pedal here. Here's so you got process on the top, and you got a low contour in the middle, so it's like a dual concentric pot. Is that what it's called? You got a little one in there and one at the top. So let's set that at 12. Isn't that funny? It's literally something you would put on and never take off. It's just like an enhancer for your sound. You know, you would put that on 12 like that and just put it in the end of your chain or wherever it goes, and then just never turn it off. It's the process. And then try the low contour. Might not have it there. It just makes, you know, this is a great amp, right? The V140 Deluxe is a great amp. It sounds amazing. But it's just when you take it off, it just makes it sound a little bit boring. You know what I mean? Why ever take that off? So you can imagine if you get the rack units, do 3 different versions. The links will be below for that, starting from 129 quid, I think. So this is not expensive gear, but it's just really well engineered and designed gear. This sounds great, 99 quid. Okay, so let's move on to the wah pedal, last but not least. Now, some of you might have heard something about the wah pedal, some controversy about that. Now, I'm not going to go there because it's got none of my business. But here is the BBE wah pedal, and I'm going to plug that in now and do a little wah-wah for you. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so I've now plugged the wah pedal in. It's down here on my right side. You've got a camera over here. You can see my foot going up and down here. So that's my clean tone. All you do is just click on down. There's a little blue light on the top there, which is really handy. So let's just see what that sounds like. And now the harmony switch on the side is on in the middle. So I challenge you, if you do have a wah, then try not to do the wah 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 mouth as you play along. That's a challenge for you right there. I'd like to see that on Instagram. Tags us all. Andertons make me do it on Instagram. That would be really fun. See if you can actually play a wah pedal without going. I know Lee can't. So it's basically built on it's like a 1967 kind of circuit, so that old school kind of just wah, it's proper sturdy built tank thing with the rubber on the top and the feet, and just as you know, a wah pedal. The thing on the side is the Q, so if you go up, you turn it all the way up. All the way down. I love a wah pedal. If you don't have a wah pedal, just get a wah pedal. It's great. These are 149 quid. There's a link below, of course. But there we go. So that is a little overview of the BBE pedals that Andertons are now stocking. I'm just going to hook some of these funny things up at the end. I think I might put this one and this one and this one and this one. Oh hell, I might just hook them all up together and then see where we get to. But anyway, my name is Pete and thank you very much for watching Andertons TV. Please stay safe out there, look after each other, and like and subscribe, and we will see you very soon. Take care, bye.